How to build wealth from nothing. 10 steps to change your fortunes. An incredible 67.7% of millionaires today are self-made. If they did it, so can you. Learning how to create wealth from nothing may feel like a mission impossible, especially if you've always assumed that wealthy individuals inherited their wealth or benefited from significant connections. According to a 2019 WealthX research, 67.7% of the world's ultra-wealthy population, defined as individuals with $30 million or more in assets, are self-made. Even more intriguing is the rapid emergence of this class of ultra-wealthy. There were 265,490 ultra-wealthy persons in the 2019 report. In the 2020 edition, that figure climbed by nearly 10% to 290,720. The data presented above demonstrates two things to us. First, it is possible to create money from nothing, and second, those who achieve the impossible are doing so more frequently. Today, instead of fantasizing about the fortune you wish you inherited, we beg you to learn how to make prosperity from nothing. In this video, we'll look at 10 actionable measures you can do right now to start building wealth from scratch and enjoying a more financially free lifestyle. But before we get going, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more videos. Learn everything you can about money. Get a steady source of money. Make a budget. Have adequate insurance, but not too much. Make excessive savings from your earnings. Create an emergency fund. Increase your skill set. Investigate passive income options. Accept passive investing. Make use of a robo-advisor. Before we begin, consider this. According to T. Harv Eker, author of Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, wealthy people are committed to becoming rich, but poor people want to be rich. The distinction between commitment and mere desire is critical, and you may begin to differentiate it right now. 1. Become financially educated. Before we can genuinely address any bigger improvements in our life, we must always change our thinking. Everyone has the potential to build a financial ark to survive and thrive in the future, remarked business magnate and author Robert Kiyosaki. However, in order to build an ark with a firm basis, you must invest time in your financial education. Investing time in your financial education is thus the first step toward creating money from nothing. Learn the meanings of key phrases such as income, expenses, net worth, return on investment, passive income, and financial freedom. Read books, listen to podcasts and interviews, attend courses, and watch financial education videos on YouTube, such as the Wise Thinking channel. Keep in mind that financial education, like any other type of education, must be ongoing. Never, ever stop learning. However, a word of caution is in order here. Because of the democratization of financial information, there is a lot of incorrect information out there. Follow only credible blogs that provide genuine information and point you to resources from reputable and successful investors, company owners, and financial experts. 2. Establish a consistent source of income. It's difficult to create wealth from nothing if you don't have a steady source of income. You can't invest unless you save money, and you can't save money unless you have a regular income. This is to say that people do not develop long-term riches through multi-level marketing, Ponzi schemes, or gambling. Learn to ignore persons who advertise get-rich-quick schemes that promise to produce wealth in just 3 hours each week. Long-term value creation generates long-term wealth. It is genuinely hard to generate sustainable wealth if you are not creating intrinsic value and earning money from that good or service. Continue to focus on building greater long-term value if you operate a small firm. According to Brian Tracy, a self-development specialist, all money comes from creating value, which includes developing a company plan that can create more, better, cheaper, faster, and easier than someone else. 3. Make a budget. Making and sticking to a budget is critical if you want to learn how to generate riches from nothing. Using the regular revenue source we discussed before, you must now develop a budget to take control of how you spend your money, which is normally set on a monthly basis. A budget is a financial plan for a specific time period that includes projected income and expenses. Every household and/or individual should prepare a monthly budget to define their expected income and estimated expenditure. Living without a healthy budget is akin to sailing without a compass, and you will undoubtedly become lost in the oceans of financial errors. The 50 hours, 30 minutes, and 20 seconds rule is a popular budgeting approach. Using this method, you can create a budget in which 50% of your income goes to necessities, rent, mortgage, food, and healthcare, 30% goes to non-essentials like shopping, vacation, and entertainment, and 20% goes to savings and investments. What is the significance of budgeting? One major reason is that understanding how you spend your money makes it easier to find areas where you can decrease costs. The lower your expenses, the more you can put into savings and investing. You may develop money faster by recognizing and eliminating needless and avoidable spending. It's really that simple. 4. Carry enough insurance, but not too much. Insurance is an essential item that should be included in your budget. Insuring yourself and your primary assets, properties, automobiles, etc., protects you against large losses in the event of an undesirable event. At the very least, you should obtain health insurance so that you don't go bankrupt if you get a pricey sickness. If you don't already have one, look into and compare health insurance policies in the UAE to get the best one for you. Consider homeowner and auto insurance if you own a home and a car. Also, if you have children or dependent relatives, you might think about getting term life insurance. Building wealth is beneficial, but it will be agonizing if you lose it due to unforeseen circumstances and events. So be proactive and ensure what is most important to you. Don't, however, over-insure. There are numerous insurance products on the market that are completely useless. Unless there's a compelling need to buy additional, stick to the 4 listed above. Buying insurance cannot change your life, but it prevents your life from being changed, said Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba and the richest man in China. You will not turn bankrupt because of buying insurance, but you will cause your loved ones to turn bankrupt if you don't. 5. Make extreme saves from your earnings. While the 50 hours, 30 minutes, and 20 seconds rule is a wonderful place to start, you'll find that if you put in the effort, you can save a lot more. When you commit to accumulating wealth, there will be many items in your budget that you may minimize or eliminate. You will not be alone in this. Today, there is no shortage of societies that encourage extreme savings methods. The Financial Independence, Retire Early (KFC) movement is one of the most well-known. They promote extreme savings tactics that push followers to save a large portion of their monthly income. One of the KFC movement's pioneers, Davy Mark, proposed and executed a plan that called for investing 60% to 80% of one's monthly income. Mark retired at the age of 33 and currently lives outside of Chicago on $7,000 per year. Mark and other KFC movement leaders have built vast networks based on the success of their personal finance experiments to reduce spending and the consumerism that ratchets them up. They do this in a variety of ways, including making and creating goods they need, for example, baking bread and building tables, rather than always purchasing them. Aside from the financial benefits, Mark gains a sense of accomplishment, which he finds more satisfying than consumption. While conserving 60% to 80% of your income may be too lofty a goal for the time being, it does indicate that there are numerous chances for cost-cutting that you have probably not yet investigated. Below are some simple ways to reduce your expenses and save more money in Dubai. Cook at home as much as possible and buy your groceries in bulk. Reduce restaurant budget and use filters on food delivery apps to take advantage of various discounts. Increase your room temperature by 1 degree to reduce utility bills. Choose a DIY workout program. Buy one-off items like computers, refrigerators, and TVs at Jitex or the Dubai Shopping Festival. If your rent is more than 30% of your income, or more than 10 to 15% if you want to follow Davy Mark, renegotiate your rent or find better offers. Renegotiate the interest on your mortgage. Use these suggestions to raise your investable funds beyond the normal 20% of your income. Remember that it is not how much you produce that matters, but how much you keep. And if you believe austerity is suffocating, consider these words from Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. I think frugality stimulates invention, just like other restraints do. Inventing your way out of a tight box is one of the only ways to get out. 6. Create an emergency fund. Now that you've learned how to save a considerable portion of your salary, the next step in creating money from nothing is to set up an emergency fund. An emergency fund functions similarly to self-funded insurance. It is money laid up for unforeseen expenses, such as auto repairs, and unforeseen eventualities, such as job loss or pandemic-induced lockdowns. When unanticipated expenses and unforeseen situations emerge, you have two options: incur debt and/or sell your investment. You pay interest on debt, and when you sell your investments, you lose both the amount sold and the interest gained from the market exposure if you didn't sell. To avoid these two possibilities, we recommend that you learn how to build an emergency fund as soon as possible. An emergency fund should be sufficient to cover 3 to 6 months of your monthly costs. Also, make sure that those funds are in a savings account that you can quickly access when the occasion arises. An emergency fund, like insurance, will not make you wealthy, but it will keep you from selling your investments or incurring debt during an emergency. 7. Expand your skill set. You may raise your savings and investments in two ways: cut your expenses or increase your income. While many financial counselors concentrate on the former, the latter merits equal consideration. Improve your skill set as an employee by attending professional courses and immersing yourself in continual career development. By honing your abilities, both hard and soft, you can gain promotions or better employment offers from other organizations, resulting in a larger salary. Improve your understanding of the market, devote more resources to innovation, and deliver greater value to your consumers if you own a small firm. You can grow your market share and revenue by doing so. 8. Look into options for passive income. In addition to boosting your income from your profession or business, you should look at ways to earn passive money. Passive income is revenue that you create that does not require your constant presence or labor, as opposed to your employment or business. Passive income is critical for those of us learning how to build wealth from the ground up. If you don't figure out how to make money while you sleep, you'll labor until you die, declared Warren Buffett, the great investor and CEO of Berkshire. There are two kinds of passive income: investment passive income, in which your money does all of the work, and non-investment passive income, you do some work on the side. Because the following part concentrates on the former, we'll stick with the latter here. There are numerous ways to generate money on the side in today's global and digital economy. However, when investigating these prospects, be aware of get-rich-quick schemes such as Ponzi schemes and gambling websites. Some dependable and tried-and-true passive income options are as follows. Selling digital products. If you are a specialist in a certain field, produce digital products, books, video courses, email courses, or paid webinars on topics that people are interested in. The benefit of digital items is that they only need to be created once, except for later updates. A single product you create can provide income for a long period. Instead of selling your concept as a digital product, you can sell it as a series of regular blog entries. Once your blog has enough traffic, you may monetize it using Google AdSense, digital items, paid membership, sponsorships, and guest posts, among other methods. Affiliate marketing. Instead of selling your own digital products on your site, you can sell the products of other merchants and earn a commission. Dropshipping is the practice of selling the items of other merchants without owning those products. When a consumer places an order with you, you process it with the producer, who subsequently delivers it to the customer. Your income is the difference between the retail price, what the customer pays, and the purchase price, what you pay the merchant. 9. Adopt passive investment. To accumulate riches, you must first save and then invest. If you followed the steps above, you should now be saving at least 20% of your salary and earning more through various side hustles. Now is the moment to combine the two and begin investing substantially. All of the millionaires you know and admire amassed their riches through sensible and profitable stock market investments. If you don't earn enough money to complete the labor, you'll have to do it anyway. The issue is that your earning potential is limited, and you cannot earn money while sleeping, as Buffett advised. However, placing your money in the market means that it is working for you and that you are earning from the labors of others. So, what are the greatest strategies to convert your money into long-term wealth? To begin with, placing money in a savings account is not an investment. Your emergency fund is the only money you should keep there. Aside from that, your money should be invested in lucrative investments that provide high returns while minimizing risk. Money in savings accounts receives modest interest rates, usually less than 1% April, and can devalue if inflation surpasses the interest rate on your savings. Second, market timing is a bad technique. It is preferable to cultivate a long-term outlook on investment rather than a short-term fixation with market swings. The good news is that the market rises more than it falls, 74% versus 26%, and long-term investors almost always profit. More people lose money waiting for and anticipating corrections than the actual corrections, said Peter Wink, a retired financial advisor. Third, because market timing is not the best way to grow long-term wealth, embrace passive investing rather than active investing, especially when it comes to the majority of your savings. The issue over active versus passive investment is an ancient one. However, more investors are becoming aware of the advantages of passive investment. Furthermore, passively managed funds are now available.